Care to dance?
Not much of a dancer.
Your loss.
Don't you move too fast. Oh no. 'Cause the heat is in the bone. Let's make the moment last. Ain't the truth. It's all about the mystery. You blow it, blow it, blow it.
Didn't last.
In 1564, Nostradamus predicted the destruction of Earth in 3 terrifying waves. The first wave is here. My name is Cade Foster. These are my journals. They killed my wife, framed me for murder. Now I run, but I don't hide. With the prophecies of Nostradamus as my guide, I seek them, I hunt them. I will stop the first wave. May 16th, Kalkaska, Michigan. Customers say a beautiful young woman goes from 22 to 102 while doing the shimmy shake at a local bar. Crazy Eddie tied this into Quatrain 13. The younger woman shall surmount the old before the lusty hearts of many men. The precious drops quench the thirst of time before the ugly truth shall take its toll. Eddie says records indicate that the woman, Margaret Grant, had a nephew in Anchorage, Alaska. Looks like it's time to say goodbye, Cade Foster. Hello, Ben Grant.
Your Aunt Margaret left home late Friday night. Police phoned in the morning to say she was dead.
Cops give any indication as to cause of death?
They're doing an autopsy.
Sarah, what do you think happened here?
Well, small towns thrive on rumors. Wouldn't be surprised if they said she sprouted wings and flew straight to heaven.
Huh. A lot of people in that bar said she aged on fast forward.
Well, they pour a lot of whiskey at Jake's Crossing on a Friday night. Margaret had the spirit of a 20-year-old, but I can assure you, she was 71. Oh, I have to get this plant.
Oh, here, let me.
No matter what I do, I can't bring this geranium back to life.
Plant food, maybe.
I tried that. It's on its last legs.
Well, I guess it's in the right place. I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
It's okay. You're not off the mark. People do come here to die.
It's a good thing you do here. I respect it. The last memories I have of my Aunt Margaret were when I was 10. I wish I could have known her better. Does she have any close friends here at the home? Anyone I could talk to?
Leonard Wheaton, Patricia Hall. Those three were as thick as thieves.
Mind if I have a word?
I'd like that, actually. I'm concerned about them.
How so?
Well, ever since Margaret's death, Leonard and Patricia, they've been acting strange.
Define strange.
They're scared.
Weirdest damn thing I've ever seen.
The body's undergone mummification, or a dehydrated condition that's made the skin and bones extraordinarily brittle.
Oh, that's disgusting. Well, step up, pissant. This bag of bones ain't gonna bite. Go on.
Damn it, sir, don't do that.
Relax, son. You'll live longer. So, Ken, what's your verdict?
Best guess? Hoax.
A prank.
Yeah, form of hydrochloride may have been used to age the corpse.
Well, how you explain all those people saying they saw this thing get old right before their eyes?
Maybe they're in on it.
30-odd people. No way in hell.
All right, maybe alcohol. Jake's Crossing.
Yeah, everyone's always drunk at Jake's Cross, and that don't explain things to my perception.
Come on, Sheriff, the story in the paper is nonsense. Nobody goes from 20 to 120 in 3 minutes.
There's talk, Ken. Talk this woman might have been poisoned.
There's no medical evidence to support homicide.
Who gives a damn about evidence? It's the perception.
I don't understand.
Perception. It's the ability to perceive, to realize.
Kenneth, this is an election year, and I don't want it said that Sheriff John Henry Rowe be a soft on crime. Now, if there's a killer loose in this town, you can bet your ass I'm going to find him. Let's go, son.
So why do you think she went to Jake's Crossing that night?
Perhaps she was thirsty.
Be nice, Patricia. This boy lost his aunt.
It was a stupid question.
We're broken up about your aunt's death.
So am I.
And where were you when she was alive, young man? Did you come to visit even once?
No.
We were more family to her than you ever were. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Don't take it hard, son. She's just upset about Margaret.
I know. Here with the big red one. First Division, Omaha Beach.
Look at that. A youngster who actually knows a little history. Look, take a look at this. What's all right, it's not loaded.
Wow. That's a beautiful weapon.
Sarah doesn't like me to have it, but I can never give it away. I carried this gun onto the beach at Normandy. Bullets flying, men dying. In some weird way, I never felt more alive. What I wouldn't give to feel that way again. Oh, listen to me, I sound like a fool.
You were a hero.
You get old, memories of past glory get to be all you have. I got something for you. Yeah, now you keep this. That was her husband, Richard. He died on Iwo Jima. She never married again.
Oh, yeah. My dad used to talk about Uncle Richard. What happened to my aunt, Leonard? You know something.
No?
People in that bar said she looked like this picture when she walked in.
They were drunk.
Don't feed me a line, Leonard. I just want to find out what happened to my aunt.
Promised I wouldn't say anything.
Promised who?
Promise is a promise.
That's a beautiful cameo.
What do you want?
To apologize. You were right. I wasn't there for my Aunt Margaret.
People your age rarely are.
But I've had troubles of my own. I lost my wife a couple of months back.
I'm sorry.
Her death made me realize how important family is.
Yes.
It's all we really have. That's why I came here. Too late to talk to Margaret, but I thought maybe I could get to know her a bit better through you.
She had a young soul. That's why I loved her.
I'm sure she felt the same way about you.
The worst thing about getting old, Mr. Grant, is not poorness of eyesight or hardness of hearing or creakiness of the joints. No. It's not even death at the doorstep.
What is it?
It's the dull ache of knowing you'll never have a second chance. The mistakes you've made, the choices you avoided, the things you never said when you should have said them. Will all slide into eternity without ever having been addressed. The cliche is right. Youth is wasted on the young. What a joy it would be to recapture youth with the wisdom of age.
Do you think that's what Margaret was doing by going to that bar?
Yes. Yes, of course it was.
And she was young again, wasn't she? For a couple of minutes, she was young.
The nice man from the organic store. He said he could turn back the clock. How could she resist?
You see, the liquid itself contained metallic matter, a magnetic liquid, really. And when we crossed over the underground cistern, our electronic compasses and tracking devices went haywire. 5 years and $3 million later, we found it in the caves of the West Indies. Ponce de Leon's lost fountain of youth. How'd you like another 50 years, huh? Not as an age cripple, no, but as a healthy, living, breathing 25-year-old. Now, all you have to do is buy this elixir at a nominal fee and allow us to monitor the results.
I thought Ponce de Leon died looking for the Fountain of Youth in Florida, not the West Indies.
Yes, but the West Indies was his next stop. And he never made it there. I did.
Yeah.
Look, think about it, folks, huh? Come back.
Sure.
I'll be here. Okay, so I exaggerate a bit with the old folks. Not with the young people, though. They're too smart. Like you. Now, for you, I'd recommend this.
One of Stag.
Straight from the Yukon Territory. Guaranteed to improve your sex life, for my name isn't Trevor Hyams. Don't worry. It's on the house. Bye now.
Okay, Trevor Hyams, Florida doctorate in herbal medicine, advanced mountain climbing certification, deep sea dive master. He's led caving expeditions on 3 continents.
Impressive background.
Don't forget, Foster, that's what they do. They blend in. Guy could still be an alien. Be careful.
I'm only gonna stay long enough to get a sample. He said the material has magnetic qualities.
Good.
I'll use my compass to track it.
I got a chemist all lined up here in Lake City. Meet me tomorrow morning.
Eddie, if this stuff works as advertised, it could be the proof we need. Expose these bastards.
Just watch yourself. See you tomorrow.
Run out of horn of stag so soon.
So you're saying a store-bought elixir killed Margaret?
Maybe. I don't know for sure.
Did either of you buy this stuff?
Don't be silly.
Leonard?
I got a small sample of this stuff. I'm gonna take a bus to Lake City and have it analyzed.
Good. Have a nice day. I'm gonna be inside.
You have to throw it away.
Maybe it wasn't the elixir that killed her. She had a heart condition, you know.
I wanted it to work as badly as you did, but this stuff killed her.
How do you know for sure?
Is the possibility of getting young worth dying? Is it worth the risk?
We watched our children grow up and move away. Most of our friends are dead. We idle away the hours with checkers and television reruns and social security checks. Yes, it is worth the risk.
We have comfortable lives. Each other for company. We have Sarah, bless her heart.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to be 30 years younger? So she'd think of you the way you think of her.
Be quiet.
Think about it, Lenny. Young and strong and virile. Not feeble and doddering. Not liver-spotted and short-sighted. Young enough to be a hero again.
Shut up, Patricia! Childhood, adulthood, death. It's the natural order of things. We were fools to think we could tamper with God's order.
It's called science, Leonard.
We were tricked. We were tricked, Patricia, by a charlatan. And besides, isn't youth just a matter of how young you feel?
You sound like a Hallmark card.
Please, Patricia, throw the junk away. I don't want to lose another friend. There haven't many left.
I was beautiful once, you know.
You still are. You still are, my dear.
What I wouldn't give to be young again.
I'll bet you got a lot of those when you was a football star, huh, sir?
You know it.
Back in the dark ages.
Hey, boy, you wish you had half my luck. They used to call me king of the backseat riders. Hell, I blew out more shock absorbers than Mario Andretti.
Sheriff Roby?
That's me.
Colonel Grace, National Security Council. Just flew in from Washington. Your office told me I'd find you here.
What can I do for you, Colonel?
I've got 75 men looking for this man. One of them believes he spotted Foster in Kalkaska.
What's the warrant?
Murder 1. Killed his wife back in Illinois. A very dangerous man.
Oh, funny. In a strange situation here, it might also be murder.
What kind of situation?
A young woman hits a bar last Friday night. Folks in the bar say she aged right before the rise to over 100.
The corpse is here, I presume.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you think this Foster might have had something to do with it?
Could be. I'll need to access most of your personnel till we find him. Foster's smart. Doesn't have a car. Travels by train and bus.
Hold on just a New York minute. You can't waltz into my jurisdiction and start...
Sheriff's an elected position in this county, isn't it? Your chance of re-election would be damaged if it came out that you fixed the last election.
Who the hell are you?
Someone who found quite a few deceased persons on your county voting records. You're a lot more clever than you look.
Well, I guess you'll have our full cooperation then, won't you? We'll nail this scumbag.
I want him taken in alive.
Don't you worry, I'll handle...
Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Ma'am. Colonel.
Good. Now let's take a look at that corpse.
You're not going to believe your eyes. I mean, she's 120 if she's a day, Ken.
The decedent's name is Margaret Grant.
Oh, my God. This morning she was a rotting corpse.
What the hell is going on here?
It was only a drop. Is it enough to analyze?
Yeah, enough for a preliminary report. My chemist says it's an azide, but none like she's ever seen.
It's an azide.
Nitrogen-based compound that binds metals.
Well, that would explain the magnetic properties.
Exactly. Azides are very unstable, and they have explosive tendencies, too. You mix this liquid with certain elemental metals, you get a hell of a bang.
All I care about is whether it made Margaret young again.
Our chromosomes have something called a telomere, which burns down like a fuse as we grow older. So my chemist thinks that this compound interrupts a biological fire that burns the fuse.
So how does it reverse the aging process?
I don't know, man. It's way beyond our science.
But the reverse is only temporary.
It's like the quatrain says. The precious drops quench the thirst of time before the ugly truth shall take its toll.
That makes me think that the fast-forward aging isn't intentional, that they were trying to make these old folks young.
Well, what's with these aliens? Why would they want to make us young and strong? Why not make us old and feeble?
You're assuming they want to kill us. Maybe they've got something else in mind. slavery.
We need more of this elixir to test. My chemist thinks she can interest the scientific community in the compound, but she needs more than a drop, at least 50 milliliters.
And I'll get it.
Seen this man?
Yeah, that's Ben Grant, Margaret Grant's nephew.
His real name is Cade Foster. He's a murderer. A truly brutal killer. It's a lovely perfume you're wearing. You know where he is right now?
I don't know exactly. He caught a bus to Lake City.
You're lucky we have the bus station covered. Cade Foster was liable to come back here and strangle you the way he did his wife. Bus station.
Stop, folks.
Hi, handsome. Like to dance?
No thanks.
Don't you recognize me?
Patricia? We gotta get you out of here.
You are very attractive.
Patricia, I don't know what we can do to stop what's gonna happen. But staying here is the same as signing your death warrant.
I'm not leaving.
If I gotta drag you out of here, I will.
Is that a threat or a promise?
You told me you wanted a second chance. This isn't it. Come with me or you'll die.
Don't you understand? I don't care. I would rather die than go back to being old.
Think of Leonard. Let's go.
One dance, please.
Gotta get you to a hospital for treatment.
I like the way you dance.
Okay, let's go out back. Patricia, come on.
I don't want to leave.
You're coming with me.
Hey, the lady says she don't want to go.
Who the hell are you, the dance floor monitor?
That's
Come on, Patricia.
What the hell's going on here? Excuse me. What's going on here?
Boys will be boys, Sheriff. Nothing to worry about.
Well, you are obviously not a boy. Can I help you, ma'am?
As a matter of fact, You can.
We've made mistakes.
One person's dead, and there may be more.
Don't worry, none of the townspeople have proof.
There was a government operative in here. If I hadn't switched the remains of Margaret Grant with a Gentech duplicate, this entire operation would have been exposed.
Everything will be okay. I figured out the problem and corrected the formula.
And what if it doesn't work? How many more corpses are we going to have to conceal?
The youth process will hold this time. Trust me.
No. This experiment's out of control. I'm shutting you down.
This planet's filled with a population of baby boomers too fat and too lazy to be of any use to us in the aftertime. We need them young and strong.
All right. One more chance.
Sarah, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh my God!
Just let me explain, please.
Hands up, Mr. Foster. Sarah, call the cops.
Just started withering and got older until she was a corpse.
I'll have a private towing company bring it in. You don't breathe a word of this to anyone.
I'll never be able to be with a woman again without thinking, without...
Get a grip. We still have to find Foster. Hello. I'll be right there. Speak of the devil. Your precinct got a call from Sarah Washburn. Foster's being captured at Fernwood Lodge.
Son of a bitch, let's pick him up. We will use your car, right?
Explain all you want, boy. Cops will be here any minute.
I came to Kalkaska to investigate Margaret Grant's death. I pretended to be her nephew so it'd be easier to get information.
Why, you some kind of detective?
You could call it that.
Colonel Gray said that you killed your wife.
I was framed.
How about we let the police be the judge of that?
Sure. By then, Patricia will be dead if she isn't already.
You've seen Patricia? She's missing.
Less than an hour ago at Jake's Crossing. And let me tell you, she looked pretty good at 22.
God, she took the elixir. Wait a minute. How do I know you're not lying?
He's not. I found this in Patricia's room. It's almost empty.
Please, let me prove that I'm telling the truth.
All right, son. But no false moves.
Sarah, you remember your dying plant? Patricia and Margaret bought this from a man named Hyams. He told them it would make them young again. And for a short period of time, it does. But then the aging process reverses, and you're on a fast track to your deathbed.
Hyams, who's he?
Part of the same group that killed my wife and framed me for her murder. Listen, stay here another minute and the cops will arrest me. I'll be screwed and this elixir will be sold to other people. Those people will die.
What are you suggesting?
I'm not a killer. And if I can get my hands on another bottle of this elixir, I can prove it. But I can't do it alone.
Ma'am?
Yes?
We just got a call about a Cade Foster.
Oh, second floor. He's tied to a chair.
You two distract Hyams out front. I'll break in through the back.
I'm glad you came back. I was just telling Ken. We've made some improvements to the formula. And I am anxious as you to see it work.
Well, I thought maybe you could tell Sarah your story about how it took 5 years to find the fountain.
Certainly. After you're young again. Go on, try it. Excuse me. You take care of these good people?
Certainly. Stay away, old man.
We're going to spread this elixir a lot farther than Kalkaska County. You're gonna lose. It's me, Sarah. It's me.
You took the elixir? You risked your life for me?
You must have slipped out under our noses.
Well, next time I'll know better than to count on the Keystone Cops.
Go easy on the boy, Colonel. It ain't his fault. You said yourself this Foster was a clever killer.
We can send out some teams to look for him.
Forget it. He'll be gone by now.
Yeah, well, at least we still got that woman's body. Telling newspapers about that, we'll be famous.
Shut up. If you ever mention a word of that body to anyone, you'll not only lose your election, you'll lose your life. Got it, officer?
What are you looking at? Come on.
So you're saying that those people were aliens?
Draw your own conclusion. You saw the guy just melt into the floor.
How'd you get away from Hyams?
A buddy of mine told me if you mix certain metals with the elixir, you could create a pretty good bomb. There was mercury in the thermometer. Mercury's a metal. I took a chance.
Well, too bad the place burnt to the ground. I mean, lost our only chance at real evidence.
Foster's law. Win the battle, lose the war. As for you, young man, let's hope this formula works better than the last one.
Oh, it's been 7 hours.
I got a feeling they got it right this time. Call it a hunch.
50 years or 5 minutes. I'm gonna enjoy it.
What about you?
Me, I gotta get out of the state.
Thanks for everything, Cade. We owe you.
No, I owe you. I asked you to believe. When enough people do, maybe we can really fight back. Till then. Oh. This might come in handy. Make sure you read the instructions.
Horn of Stag.
May 19 just left Kalkaska, Michigan. Leonard Wheaton has fought the two great wars of this century. The first against the Nazis on Omaha Beach, June of 1944. The second, perhaps an even more evil force, the aliens who want to make this planet their own. His bravery has earned him a second chance at life and love. I only hope I'll be as lucky.